Colosseum Kings. I think it keeps the pressure on it.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy for Freeze Mage to really kill a 7/8, especially with only 4 mana. You would need like Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Coin Ping. Not too many good ways to remove that minion. And now, for the Dream, I think it's just going to Whirlwind Slam down this Lotheb. And that's going to completely lock Satib out from doing anything with his turn.
Yeah, you got the... Because you want a Frost Nova Doomsayer right now, I guess would be the Dream, but with that Lotheb...
Yeah, Lotheb prevents him from doing anything because it's coming down it's coming down on turn 5. It's before Frost Nova could be played and stuff like that. So that would be 9 damage this turn, and it would guarantee another 9 plus 5 damage, so another 14. So it's just shy of potential lethal, so I guess that's why he's going to hold off for it and try to do it next turn when he can try and lock up guaranteed lethal with it. Makes sense to me.
Sure. Satib does have a Frost Nova, but he's going to coin out the Blizzard instead because he doesn't have the Doomsayer to go with it. So this makes sense. Kills off the Knife Juggler.
Alright, so this is Lotheb comes down here, and Satib's going to be on 6 mana, so he wouldn't be able to Frost Nova. But if Lotheb comes down next turn, he's going to be on 7 mana and still can't Frost Nova. So he's going to hold off on the Lotheb, I'm guessing, for 1 more turn, because it doesn't quite push enough damage for lethal if he does it this turn.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good call. He wants to make sure he plays it while he can lock out that Frost Nova. That just came out, though. But
yeah.
Gets the Repentance. Pretty irrelevant on the Mad Scientist. At least it wasn't an Acolyte, so that was good for him.
So, the unfortunate thing about the Lotheb is there is the Scientist in play, so he's not going to be able to sure up his lethal lockup, but he is going to play Lotheb now because this is the last turn you can play it while you still get a guaranteed that your opponent can't Frost Nova. So he's going to try and push maximum pressure here.
Sure, yeah, because there's no freeze you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. It's like he's hovering over that heal bot. Seems like it wouldn't be the worst play.
So the Scientist is suiciding in, which is going to proc the Noble Sacrifice, and the other secret, which is likely to be Avenge. And what did Satib pull out?
Oh, let's see. I should have checked the Ice Barrier.
Ice Barrier. So in conjunction with the heal bot, it's going to be able to keep him alive. Otherwise, he was in kind of a scary spot there.
Yeah, the Avenge not going on that 1/1 let him ping that off, which doesn't seem like much, but it could be a factor.
Yeah, if he didn't have the heal bot, that would have been stopping him from getting lethal, because Keeper of Ultimate being able to push 2 additional damage would have been enough without the existence of the heal bot there. But
Good point, good point.
So
do you slam Dr. Boom here?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta just keep up full pressure, I think. He's going for Belcher instead. Try and like reduce the effective trade so that heal bot for possibly having Flame Strike appears. Oh, he wants to get this redemption up too. I think he's gonna forgo hero powering then.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Okay.
Okay. And he missed 1 damage on the Secret Keeper on accident there.
Oh yeah. Oops.
But still, For the Dream's in a pretty terrific position here. But this is kind of the spot where Freeze Mage likes to be, honestly. At this stage in the game, if they're still alive and they're approaching that 9-10 mana, and they start getting to positions where they can wiggle out of these situations, but he doesn't have any of the freezes yet, really. He's had to use them a little bit earlier, so he's really going to need to draw the second copy of those freezes, otherwise he's not going to have any chance.
Well, there's one.
Yeah.
Won't save him this turn, so he's definitely going to be popped this turn.
Yeah, he has the Scientist and Frostbolt his own Scientist play to try and get out the other block, potentially. He's just got to find, like, 1 extra turn, and then maybe he can start turning the tides around, but it's looking scary for him. For the Dream just pushes onward, doesn't develop any minions, wants to leave free spaces on his board so he can play additional minions on following turns.
Sure.
Man, what does Satib do here?
Yeah, we're both just sitting here like,
oh
boy.
Like, he's got a Frost Nova. He's got a nice block. So, I mean, he could stay alive. He's got to freeze his opponent's face here so that the weapon can't kill him. So I like that. Developing the Scientist so you can try and pull out one of these barriers and keep you alive. So you don't have to freeze your opponent's face every turn. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he knew what he
Oh,
had to
the
do,
knife
and all he could do
juggler.
was do it. So, oh boy, knife juggler with the muster for battle. He's only gonna get one, so I guess he just hero power.
Yeah, the 50-50 juggle here to pop the block. This is actually super huge. And
Oh, he gets
oh,
it. That's a dagger to the.
I mean, he gets rewarded for not overfilling his board. We see this happen a lot against Freeze Mage players, just flood the board too much with minions, and Satib has had enough. He's just gonna concede after that. Oh man, he really needed that block to stick. So for the Dream, with the 3-0 sweep on the quote-unquote most consistent.
The shame. The
Yeah.
shame. What have I done?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, yeah. So
I mean, sometimes you bring the counters to Secret Paladin, and you just don't draw the answers. They don't line up for you. Secret Paladin hits a good curve. I mean, anything can happen. It's Hearthstone.
yeah, absolutely. So for the Dream, gonna take third place. So he's gonna go. They both got 1 point in the World Championship standings. So even playing field there. But for the Dream, gets a little bit more bragging rights and a little bit more money. He's gonna go home with $10. Whereas Satib, not a bad consolation prize for playing a video game, still going to end up with $5. So you want to take a moment to thank them for playing in our tournament, and hopefully we'll see them in some future tournaments going forward. So we're going to go ahead and take another break here real quick. This should be a short one while we set up for the finals match of the Elephino Open number 8. So stick around, you don't want to miss it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Elephino Open number 8. We are getting ready to start the finals, which will be between Tasmine and I Kill You. Firebat is still with us, so thank you for sticking around and casting with me.
No problem, no problem. We got Tasmine with Paladin, Priest, Warlock, and his Mage is banned, so we still get to see this Priest. Nobody decided to ban the Priest here. And then we got I Kill You with Paladin, Mage, and Warlock with his Druid band. So pretty similar lineup. The only difference here is I Kill You has the Mage, which was he Tempo Mage or Freeze?
Oh boy, I get him confused.
Yeah, yeah. Every player had Mage.
We will be surprised.
Yeah, and then Tasmine with the Priest. So those are the only real differences in the lineup. So we're gonna have to see how those how that affects the match.
Oh, it looks like they are ready. Let's get in there. It says doing battle with a friend, so that sounds good to me.
Yeah, the grand finals begins with I Kill You with the Mage and Tasmine with the Paladin. I Kill You Freeze Mage.
Oh, the fail! I forgot to change the name of the. I told you I was gonna do this.
Well met.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to be doing administration, production, and casting all at the same time. I've been through it before.
We did it. All right, we just need to flip over Tasmine's cards, and we will be ready.
No problem, no problem. We get the Coin Scientist out from I Kill You. Definitely a solid start for Freeze Mage.
Oh, he's got spectator mode off apparently now. That's weird. He didn't before.
Okay. Whoa, Tasmine, the Paladin. We haven't seen the Paladin yet, and we see a Doomsayer out on turn 2 from the Paladin. That signals Murloc Paladin.
Here we go. He's got the the Pyromancer, the Doomsayer. Yeah, game on.
This is one of those weird matchups where the Paladin's win condition is slower than the Mage's win condition, so I think the Mage has an edge, but the Paladin at the same time has so much healing in the deck that sometimes it can sneak away with it. But I've always felt much more comfortable in the Freeze Mage's shoes.
Right, he just blew the surprise factor. I Kill You with that Doomsayer. He's got to know what he's up against now, so he knows he's going to have the heal.
So against the Murloc Paladin as the Freeze Mage player, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to draw as many cards as you can and just kind of set up a big Emperor combo so you can set up your infinite damage things with Antonitis or set up a discount that hits all of your burn spells so you can deal 30 in one turn, and then you're usually pretty golden from there.
So this works out well for you because or for the Mage, I should say, because you're trying to stall as well for those cards, and generally the Murloc Paladin is trying to do the same thing. They just want to survive.
Yeah, they're usually trying to do like exactly the same thing as you're doing, except the Mage can, generally speaking, draw cards more efficiently than the Paladin player can, and the Mage deck just simply has more card draw in it, while the Paladin deck, since it can't run freezes, has to run more like stally minions, like it has to run Sludge Belchers and cards that you don't normally see in Freeze Mage.
And the Ice Block is huge here, because they don't care about your 9,000 damage from Murlocs.
Yeah, exactly.
They have a block up.
And then you can apply another block after that. So, yeah, it usually works out, in my experience, that the Freeze Mage player is favored.
Especially with the Emperor already in hand, so that's huge. He can wait until he gets the hand he wants to Emperor, and then he's got the Emperor already, so... Just wants to get that burn. Alexstrasza's already there too, so we can Emperor, discount the Alexstrasza, and still potentially apply an Ice Block on the back end of it. He could Emperor both of those, so we can Alex and block on the same turn. That could be huge.
Yeah, lots of things coming up for him. Tasmine pulls the second Solemn Vigil, able to continue drawing cards here. He is going to, unfortunately for him, lose his forward development here to the Doomsayer, surrendering all tempo back to I Kill You on I Kill You's turn 6, where he could drop down this Emperor if he wants to, and I don't think he does.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's really clean, but this is not the hand you want to get discounted. You need to get a hand that can deal 30 damage in one turn, or generate a million fireballs.
Right, he's got to be greedier with it, and he knows Tasmine's going to be slow as well, so he doesn't feel too pressured to throw it out there as tempo.
Yeah, so from Tasmine, he's got a bunch of cards that draw cards, and he's also got some Murlocs to try and get some pressure out there. I like getting all the Murlocs out there as fast as you can, so Definitely like getting the most threatening Murloc out there. If he sticks around, sometimes you can just get a lot of extra cheap damage in really quick.
Sure, you want to bait out those freezes early and often.
Yeah, because if the freeze mage opponent is clearing your board or freezing your board, that means they're not drawing cards and getting closer to their end game goal. So you are still slowing them down.
And your end game goal revolves around the Murlocs dying.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. It's a win-win for you. Oh man,
Pretty
It's
awkward
just-
now.
yeah, you got these 2 heal bots in your hand, and it's just so sad knowing that like it might not even be enough healing at the end of the day because you don't have any mid-range creature pressure in your deck.
I like this play. It kind of dumps your hand because you didn't want to play that Acolyte where your opponent could force you to overdraw. So I kind of like that he's just dumping his hand a little bit and getting in that chip damage.
Oh, for sure, yeah, just throwing in all those Murlocs. So we've had the Hero Murloc die, and now we're about to have both Bluegills die. None of the War Leaders have died yet, so the first Anyfin is not going to be very threatening at all for a while.
Right, he's just got the 3 Chargers.
But meanwhile, I Kill You's hand has just been just a whole lot of garbage. Just all these board freezes and things that he can't really even utilize efficiently. So he's just going off with Frost Nova Doom to try and deny card draw off this Acolyte here. And he's thinking about pinging instead of playing the Ice Block. And the reason for that is because he wants his Mad Scientist to still be able to draw a secret from his deck if he is to find the Mad Scientist. Whereas if he plays the block this turn, then when he draws Mad Scientist, it's just a 2/2 that does nothing because it'll be able to die and the Ice Block's already up, so it won't draw another secret.
Ah, good point. Surprised he didn't go face there with it, though, getting that chip damage.
I mean, he's setting up to try and kill his opponent from 30 anyway, so
Okay.
like...
Fair point. And he's got the heal, so I guess it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. 25 or 26 or 30, really, like you said, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's just gonna be waiting until he gets the golden, like, Fireball, Frostbolt, Ice Lance hand, and discount all of it, and he's gonna find the damage.
Kill him from nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
The dream.
So,
Miracle Mage.
yeah.
So he's going to throw out the Alexstrasza there. He hasn't seen a heal bot yet, but like, as you said, irrelevant, really.
Yeah. So, mainly Alex is just out there to be super annoying, because you're forcing your opponent to have to heal and deal with an 8/8, and sometimes they can't do one or the other, and sometimes you just win, and you don't have to take it into the long game, because it is turn 9. This is the earliest possible time an Alexstrasza can come out, so this is the highest % chance that maybe he can't answer it.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like the... Oh, he's going to equality. Okay, that works too. I was looking at the heal bot Sludge Belcher play, but that's definitely viable as well.
Yeah. It also, that prevents the Alex play prevents the Anyfin from happening on the Paladin's turn 10, so that's pretty good as well.
It would have been a pretty weak Anyfin.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely a valid point. And now that he's seen one heal bot, he feels a little bit better, dealing direct damage to the dome.
Yeah, he's able to discount the Archmage Anthonitis so he can start generating fireballs off of it. He's got like Frostbolt Ice Block to generate 2 more fireballs on the back end of this. He knows his opponent likely only has one more heal bot and then a couple lay on hands, so he's thinking maybe he can burn him out in time.
Ooh, the Emperor's gonna live.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, I was expecting the Consecrate there for sure.
Yeah, that is interesting. No Consecrate at all. He opts to play the Belcher and the Healbot. I was thinking like maybe Healbot, Consecrate, trade in. Leaving this Emperor up that's something else, man.
It's risky. He's got a plan, I'm sure, but it's risky. Both of these guys, very high level players. So
He's got to be valuing it quite highly to combo with maybe the second equality to trade with things and whatnot. But Emperor sticking again after this would be ridiculous. An Archmage Anthonitis for 4. Like, holy smokes. The Frostbolt's going to cost 0 at the end of this turn.
and it's going to be harder to kill this turn. He can still do it, but it's not as clean.
He
has
picks
to
up
take-
the equality.
So we could Quality Consecrate if he wants to.
I'm surprised he doesn't use the Anyfin to clear it, to be honest.
Oh, good point. He's got another one, and it buffs your second one. You need
Yeah,
more of those
exactly.
Murlocs to die.
You're
Oh,
gonna
there you
get
go.
us-
Good call.
Yeah.
Still able to push a little bit of damage to the face, but I kill you in a really good spot. Still full health.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fireballs.
He forced an Anyfin for removal, so that's good for him.
Yeah, definitely. What are the card counts at in this match?
Oh, sorry, let me get you. So the Freeze Mage has 6 left, and the Paladin has 10 left.
Oh, wow. So the Paladin's win condition is slowly starting to shift into he's got to kill all of the Mage's minions, basically, and just outlast everything and then win in fatigue. So, because the Anyfin, like, killing them with it is sort of like out the window at this point.
Sure.
So trying to stay alive seems much more likely. So maybe that's why he was holding on to the Consecrate, because he knew he needed it for this moment right here.
Right, yeah, the equality. This was, yeah, super important to have an answer for this.
Yeah, exactly. So now he has the Consecrate because he held on to it, so he can deal with the Antonitis. And he's going to try and outlive 3 more Fireballs and a Pyroblast and a Frostbolt and 2 Ice Lances still.
Yeah, I kill you did not Frostbolt there, which is kind of a... Did he Frostbolt last turn? Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking he Ice Lanced the face for some odd reason. So yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, right. He Frostbolted the face this turn, yeah.
Right.
He's got 2 Ice Lances still in the deck, I think. He's got a lot of damage remaining.
There's another Fireball.
Yeah,
I like it.
That hand is fierce and fiery for sure. It's just
he already showed him the top deck Fireball because he pointed it at the face, so he knows that's some sort of damage.
Freezing the face seems pretty good. You have those Ice Lances remaining, but this prevents the heal from the True Silver.
Right, and you got double Fireball anyway, Pyroblast even. So I think you got plenty of damage to use it as preventing the heal. It's basically deal 5 damage, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah, and lets you still have lethal through your opponent's potential lay-on hands.
Yeah. Oh, good call.
Like it.
Yeah, I like the Frostbolt. Even ping the face here, because why not?
Yeah. Otherwise, your opponent's going up to too high of a health total for you to kill through lay-on hands.
See what he thinks about it.
Yeah, I guess he figures, like, if it was my opponent lay on hands, I'll draw into the Ice Lances that are remaining in my deck and find the extra damage. No, he was gonna go with it. I like it.
Sure, I like it too, but it's definitely you could definitely argue either side, and they'd both be.
Oh, and there's the lay on hands.
Oh, there you go.
So
now exact lethal.
Yep, almost saves him.
Good work, team.
This close. And yeah, that's usually how this matchup goes. The Paladin deck is just like, it has all these heals, but you can't just heal to be able to beat Freeze Mage, man. You gotta actually be able to put pressure on them, because if you give Freeze Mage time, it is a nasty, nasty, disgusting control deck.
Well, fortunately for Tasmine, he only has to face this once, so a consistent deck in Freeze Mage gets a win.
Yeah, I mean, Freeze Mage is really good against any slow version of Paladin, honestly, just because they have such a hard time really establishing quick threats and putting out mid-rangey pressure. That's what really makes Freeze Mage fold, is mid-rangey pressure.
Sure, sure.
And damage from hand.
Oh, right. About that. So there's the exact lethal. So I kill you, gonna go up 1-0 over Tasmine with his Freeze Mage.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to switch decks.
Yeah, I Kill You has the Paladin or the Warlock he can switch to, because, again, his Druid is banned. And Tasmine still has the Paladin, the Priest, and the Warlock. He still has to find wins with all 3 of those. And it's really just going to be... it's going to be kind of hard for Tasmine to get a win with this Murloc Paladin, huh? I Kill You doesn't have too many decks that are that vulnerable to it.
Yeah, I definitely tend to agree with you. A, because I'd be silly not to, and B, because you're right.
Tasmine coming out with the combo Warlock, right?
Yep, you can definitely see it with the Leroy right there.
Mm-hmm. And I Kill You coming out with the Secrets Paladin, and he looks like he's got a pretty okay curve.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the coin. That would make it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd coin, and if he draws a muster for battle. That'd just be disgusting.
So he doesn't have the greatest Secret Paladin hand in the world, but definitely not a bad one.
Yeah, I think this will do. It's pretty good.
So he's going to opt to lead with the mini-bot first over the Knife Juggler, more resilient to the potential Dark Bomb from your opponent. Tasmine going to respond by getting that Imp Gang boss out there as soon as possible. He's got the Earthen Ring Farseer to heal back up this Imp Gang boss after it trades too, so that can be pretty cute.
That can be big. Pick off those annoying 1/1s for the Paladin. That could be huge.
Yeah. So I kill you here. Not a really great turn. You can either play this Knife Juggler to have it die, or you can Hero Power. I
Hero
like
Power
the patience
seems like the
here.
winner.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would just play down the Knife Juggler there, and I really like his patience with this Knife Juggler, knowing it's going to pick up value, especially against all these 1/1s. And that Earthen Ring Farseer there, just picking up so much value to preserve that Imp Gang boss and make this board state awkward against Consecrate.
Yeah, that was huge. It was summon a 3/3, take off a Divine Shield, and summon a 1/1. That was huge.
Yeah. King's coming down to help try and clean up the board.
And it sets up a nice trade for this play. So he's able to trade off his board and to take all tempo back. He could just Defender first. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, he's got Defender, he's got Owl, he's got... yeah, those two options kind of like scream the best play to me. But... yeah, I don't really know. You can save Owl for like Tyrion or other things in this matchup, but I think Kings is pretty much one of the highest value things you're going to get out of it. So I like using the Owl here, just preserving your board.
Yeah, this kind of baits out the Consecrate a little bit, but it prevents any sort of development. So again, most of the tempo being on Tasmine's side.
Yeah, exactly. Consecrate usually isn't the greatest thing when you don't get to develop anything behind it, because if you just develop nothing, then you give the freedom of your opponent to develop whatever they want to.
And on turn 5, that can usually be a fairly decent board.
Yeah, there's a lot of 5-drops usually in these mid-rangey, Reno-y Warlock decks, usually like Belcher, Lotheb, whatnot. So he's tempted by the Consecrate, but he's not totally sure if that's what he wants to do. It looks like he's going to go with the Juggler instead. Try and get lucky with the Juggles and set up the Placeless Avenge.
Oh, nice, because that Juggle, that was good.
Yeah.
And bluffs the Noble Sacrifice?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So now, as Tasmine here, you gotta assume it's either Noble Sacrifice or Avenge. Like, those are the number one secrets it could be. So it looks like he's going for the Argus and then gonna try and make trades here.
It's kind of interesting to play that first if you're expecting a Noble Sacrifice. I guess it really doesn't matter.
You don't want your minion to be able to get juggled when you're attacking in with the into the Noble Sacrifice. So,
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Putting it up to 2 health really helps you. And then he ordered correctly around Avenge here. That's really solid ordering and playing around all the possible secrets. I really like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, very, very good call. Thank you.
Yeah, now he's got a minion left over in play for the Mysterious Challenger turn, so he can activate the Avenge, making it land on the Mysterious Challenger, setting up the big game Hunter. Wow. And he had top-ticked the Coil to clean up the 2-1 after it gets redeemed.
Oh, the plays. He has this all planned out. He drew perfectly
Yeah,
to answer this.
That is a disgusting answer to Mysterious Challenger. Like, oftentimes that card is just so troublesome for every deck to deal with, but this Tasmine was able to deal with and not even break a sweat. And
there are answers.
Top deck Dark Peddler as well.
Man.
It just doesn't stop.
Oh, man. There are answers for Secret Paladin.
Yeah. Guess so. That is crazy. This Consecrate, I guess, is gonna kind of have to be used at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a minion he can play with it. I was going to say, unfortunately, it wasn't turn 8. He couldn't play the Shredder behind it, but at least now he can do a little bit more than Hero Power.
Sure. Not much more, honestly.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Especially into a Dr. Boom. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
It does get the Competitive Spirit's not going to help much. I was thinking that was Repentance for a second there.
Yeah. That would have been a sick Repentance. Oh, we get to see the esports rag. I kill you. Slams it on the table.
Here we go again. Oh, I told you, it always kills the one on the right. So it was he traded into the wrong Boombot.
Yeah. I mean, you've been right about that every single time rag's fired, so. Holy smokes. But still, this rag didn't land its target, but now how do you get rid of this rag?
Well, Dark Bomb's a good answer. Not power overwhelming. Abusive Sergeant's not a bad answer either.
Sure. I guess you're just trading into it. That kind of sucks losing your Dr. Boom, but at least Rag's gone.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that's better for you because he's got a lot more cards and he can eventually draw. And he's taming the Secret Paladin right now. I think it's the most important thing.
Preemptive Uldaman to set up for your Belcher to be able to favorably trade into his Belcher.
Seems
play.
okay, I guess.
Yeah, seems pretty good. Tasmine here, he doesn't have that many great cards for like developing the board. Like, I'm kind of tempted to just play that 8/8 out there, just Alex Straza your opponent's face just to get it into play.
Sure, Secret Paladins don't usually run heal. You've got Hellfire, Dark Bomb, Power Overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good chunk of damage in your hand, and if they try and race this 8/8, you got heals to take yourself back up. You already have the Reno. I mean, it's just develops a threat with your mana instead of just tapping and doing nothing, you know?
Yeah, well, how would you kill it anyway? I mean, it doesn't look like he's got a great way to. Well, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh god, here I go again.
The caster's curse.
So
man.
as I was saying, this top deck keeper.
No great way to answer it.
Oh boy.
I kill you there. Pretty fortunate with that draw, but he's got a pretty big board here that's pretty overextended into Hellfire potentially, with not too many cards left in his hand to reload, and he's also got to start worrying about his health total.
Yeah, he could even Dark Bomb that Shredder first. Or he could Dark Bomb second, it really doesn't matter probably.
Yeah, see what comes out first, and then if it's threatening, maybe Dark Bomb it. He's got Implosion as an option as well. He's
Demon Wrath is not terrible. Gets rid of a lot of damage.
Yeah, Demon Wrath's not bad either. Oh, he's got the Leroy for the lethal next turn.
Oh, yep. Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I Kill You is on a taunt draw,
Oh,
and there's the taunt.
That's on you, man. That one's on you.
He's gonna play it and then play the muster for battle. This is gonna give him a worse weapon, but a stronger taunt by 1 attack. It's interesting. I think I would have prioritized for the weapon there. I think he was maybe a little too hasty when he finally saw that taunt.
Sure, yeah, he just react like, oh, thank God, and then
Yeah.
just threw it out there. And then maybe a little bit of, perhaps slight on sequencing, but not a huge deal. Yeah. He's still got a really uphill climb, especially with that Reno, and that's pretty much going to be GG on this one.
Yeah.
Wow, hold the phone!
Dr. Boom, maybe we can make something happen here. Nah, I think he's dead after this still. Like, the taunt's going to be gotten through, and then Leroy's able to connect, and that's just going to shut her down. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to have to deal.
Yeah, it's Leroy's able to connect now, so you can even just trade in both of those minions into the taunt, get the Leroy down, Power Overwhelming it, Abusive Sergeant it, Dark Bomb the
I was
thing.
going to say, you can Dark Bomb that 2/1 to do a little bit more damage. Oh, he's going to Dark Bomb Implosion it.
It's gonna...
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the lethal Implosion, Power Overwhelming. There we go.
Sure, why not? I mean, he had lethal 10 ways to Sunday.
Sure, yeah, he had the Abusive too. Yeah, why not? Okay, so that's going to even up the series for Tasmine.
So,
win game 2 with his Warlock.
Yeah, Tasmine now has the Paladin and the Priest remaining. I Kill You still has his Paladin and the Warlock remaining. So, narrowing it down, they're going blow for blow here.
Yeah, looks like we got a pretty good series on our hands, which is really exciting. You hate to see 3-0s. I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yeah, I don't like seeing 3-0s, especially in the finals.
Sure.
So, now we got a little bit of role reversal here. We got I Kill You with the Reno lock and Tasmine with the Paladin, but he has the Anything Can Happen Paladin, which is actually extremely powerful against Reno lock because
absolutely.
You don't care if they're at 30 health. That's where you want them to be.
Right, yeah, exactly. So taunts are huge here, and yeah, as you said, you just want to hope that they don't draw into their Murlocs, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for I Kill You. Is he one of the players running one of the combo versions with Leroy and such?
I don't think he was. I think there was one person that was not running the combo, and I think it was him.
Let's see. I Kill You is the only one not running the combo, then.
Right. If I'm correct.
Okay.
I was wrong once before, though.
If he's not running the combo, that's going to make it even harder for him because usually that's your saving grace in this matchup is you both players kind of like do nothing with the board and draw a bunch of cards, and then you try and draw your OTK combo before they draw their OTK combo. But if you don't have an OTK combo and you're just playing normal Reno Lock doesn't develop the board that much either. They just kind of sit around and try and outlast your opponent. And you cannot outlast Murloc Paladin. It will eventually draw the Murloc combo and hit you for 30.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult to draw your combo when you don't have one.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm really supporting that he does not have the combo because it'd be really hard to get that in there with the Molten Giant, the Mind Control tech, the Acidic Swamp Ooze. He's got a lot of tech cards to squeeze the combo in there, so I don't think he's running it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Darp, I'm going to stop some draw.
He doesn't really care about the damage from the Wild Pyromancer. He knows that he has plenty of health to play with until a little bit longer down the line, so he just wants to limit the draw for now.
Yeah, that's easily the most important thing right now. Tasmine does have a couple of the Murlocs already. He's got the Bluefin and the War Leader. So he's building the combo.
Looks like he's going to go drop down the War Leader.
Yeah, might as well.
Sure.
Didn't have a great other two.
Yeah, if War Leader sticks, sometimes you can do quite a bit of damage with it.
Yeah, it's still a 3-3. It is not to be ignored.
Yeah, if he finds some other Murlocs, he can just get the quick Murloc cheese out.
Yeah, and you don't want to play Implosion with that Pyromancer up. That doesn't seem good, especially since your opponent has the coin.
Yeah, definitely.
So I didn't see another place. We're just going to throw down the Drake there.
Yeah, but I Kill You does already have his Reno, so I mean, like, if Tasmine starts being really aggressive and just pushing a lot of face damage here, he can just drop Reno on 6 and not be too worried about it.
Yeah, but like you said, if he forces him to Reno too early, then I guess he's getting a lot of chip damage. Yeah.
Yeah. If he gets in more chip damage, then the first Anyfin can kill him instead of the second Anyfin being the killing blow, which is usually the one that does more than 30 damage.
Sure. Yeah. And he doesn't need to have as much to draw if he can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Tasmine is really just going super aggressive here, and I mean, it makes sense. He's got a quality on the back end of this to try and clean up the board afterwards. So even if Molten Giants and whatnot comes out, if that Wild Pyromancer sticks, or I mean, even if any minion sticks, he still has a quality to be able to then trade in the minions.
Yeah, because he almost has to Reno here, right? And then you feel obligated to throw down the Molten with it.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't trade anything. Go ahead.
You know the secret or the Burlock Paladin deck runs 2 qualities. You can be kind of hesitant about the Molten Giant, which is what I think he's thinking about now. It's like, my opponent would only play this aggressive if they have an equality in their hand. And then you're thinking, is it still, can I afford not to play it down? I don't know, the mind games with that.
Yeah, I mean, he also has a big hand anyway, and when's he going to play it if not now?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have a huge amount of hands, you want to continue tapping. When am I going to get the free time to do this? So I like playing it. Made brought up some good points there.
The next time you're able to play it, you're probably already dead.
Yeah, exactly. So, makes sense.
This is a huge turn for him.
Yeah, huge turn for the Paladin here. He's able to get these Solemn Vigils down to 0, too. That is going to be a lot of card draw.
Correct sequencing, making sure to get in all those attacks first.
Every card in his deck.
0 mana Arcane Intellect. Probably a good card. You'd probably run that if you had it.
Oh, most definitely.
He has Anyfin, so Anyfin can happen.
He has coin Anyfin into Anyfin. That is disgusting.
Yeah, and with like, what, 4 or 5 Murlocs that died? 4, I think, that died already?
Yeah, he has plenty of Murlocs dead, so the first Anyfin, if the first Anyfin doesn't kill him, the second one's going to deal 30 plus damage.
There's a meme in there somewhere. And this Doomsayer preventing the Dr. Boom, so that was huge. He definitely saw that coming.
Oh, man. Yeah, this matchup was looking more one-sided than I even thought it was. Because I knew it's a one-sided matchup in favor of the Murloc Paladin. But holy smokes. This looks crazy difficult for I Kill You. Like, he's really pinned in a corner here.
Yeah, he just had to hope that
Yeah, he just
Tasmine
had-
drew terribly, and he didn't.
yeah, he just had to pass that turn away back to Tasmine, and Tasmine's now able to just freely develop on the board. He's saving the coin for that anyfin for turn 9.
Yeah, Tasmine could have coiled there, but he figured the board was going to die anyway. He'll save it for another token, like right now. So since he can play it with Boom, so he saw that coming. So a little bit real heads-up play for my kill you. It looks like.
Yeah, most definitely. Tasmine, will he overdraw if you lay on hands?
I think you have to coin first, and then maybe you'd be okay. Let's see. So that draws 3 cards. So he's at 8 right now. So no, I guess you could just play it.
Yeah, he could just play it if he wants to. He should definitely not play the coin, because next turn you
right.
100% want to coin anyfin, for sure.
Story checks out.
Yeah, so it looks like he's just going to True Silver the face. He was maybe counting the amount of damage anyfin's doing next turn, and then it looks like he queued up that Consecrate. So what Murlocs have died so far? There's been 2 Bluegills and a War Leader and... what else? Was that it?
I think that was it. Murkai was the last game he played. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
3 this turn. I was off when I said that earlier. I led you astray.
Okay, so then that's 8 damage with the Murlocs next turn.
And the
his
weapon,
opponent,
which
and
is gonna
the
count.
weapon's 4 more, but that gets oozed. So, yeah, he's trying to set up lethal with his anyfin here with that push. Makes sense to me.
He could Demon Wrath first to clear his opponent's board.
Yep, that's true. Yeah,
Or
he clears
Implosion.
that Belcher. We'll go for the Peddler. Maybe looking to try and find some more heals and taunts.
He does get a taunt.
There you go. And use the Owl to clean up the board and get that taunt in play. Is he going for the taunt or the heal? The heal. He should know that his opponent's anyfin is going to be dealing 8 damage.
Ooh. And he should know he has the coin, so the not trading
Yeah.
there might have just been unfortunate for him. Oh, hold the
Oh,
phone.
well, we had the coin anyfin for lethal, but we're going to go with the board clear, some extended BM here.
Well, maybe our math was wrong.
Yeah, maybe only 1 Bluegills died.
Yeah, I could have been wrong on that
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. These players definitely more focused than us, probably, because they got a lot on the line here. Although the money isn't very much, admittedly, the BlizzCon points are huge. Those things are very hard to grind out and get.
Yeah, because even 3rd or 4th place in this tournament is 1 point, which is the equivalent to hitting Legend for an entire month of ladder. So, like,
Yeah.
unless you make the top 100...
See, see, they knew it. See, it was only one Bluegill, so
Okay.
that's our bad. That's
Yep.
our
No, that's
bad.
me. That's me, man. That was I was wrong. I told you 2 of them.
So, well, yeah, I should have been keeping track myself, though. So,
This
yeah,
heal,
good on the
though.
players. Good on the players.
And he didn't send any to the face, so he's still alive through another one. Oh, I guess he's not, because those are going to come back too.
Yeah,
Aren't they?
those all come back. So it's double War Leader, double Bluegill, and that is going to be 12 damage. So that's going to be the finishing blow here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had both. And there's the instant concede. He's like, oh, crap,
Yeah.
he's got both of them. So Tasmine going up 2 games to 1, coming back after the that first game.
Yeah,
Taking the
Murloc
lead.
Paladin able to get a win here. So nice to see some unique decks seeing play here from Tasmine. He's got the Control Priest in his lineup. He's got the Murloc Paladin in his lineup. Really diverse. And it's doing pretty well against... It's interesting here because we got I Kill You, who's got like the standard meta decks. And then we have Tasmine, who's got the kind of weird little wonky decks. And they're clashing here in the finals. And we get to really see what's better, the standard meta decks or the kind of wonky tech decks.
Or just how they're played. This could show you that it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can net deck all you want, but you got to practice a deck if you want to be good with it.
Yeah. We
There's
see
no
I Kill
perfect
You-
deck.
I Kill You keeps the Hellfire against Priest. Kind of an interesting keep.
Yeah, that is interesting. Not a whole lot of 3 health minions that you don't want to clear. They don't usually flood the board.
I guess, I mean, once you do take board from Priest, though, they're dead. So,
True.
if once they lose their Northshire and their original, like, board-pushing minions, they're usually just out of steam after that. So I guess it makes sense there to try and set up that first board clear, run them out of steam really quick, and give yourself more time.
Yeah, definitely. He opts to hold back the cleric for reasons you stated earlier, that you want to make sure you get guaranteed draw off of that, and especially against the slower deck.
Jiraxis. Jiraxis can be pretty huge in this matchup, but we have seen the flash heals from Tasmine, so we know he has a potential for a lot of burst. Upwards of maybe even like 14 burst with a double flash heal and a Justicar being played.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. So, the tempo brand being laid out to try and make maybe an infinite health Twilight Drake.
Oh yeah, good call. That'd be really annoying. He's gonna have to entomb that but he doesn't have entomb right now. But that's like the only answer.
Yeah, unless he runs a silence or something, because that Drake is gonna have a lot of health.
Shrinkmeister Cabal.
Yeah. Something like that for sure. Tasmine, just kind of debating whether or not he wants to draw cards with Northshire Cleric here, I think.
I think you do. What else do you play? Just throw down the Arcanine? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, those were your two options
Right.
for sure. Oh,
He
he's
made a play.
Alright, what do we see here? There's no great way for I Kill You to really kill the Alkanite Soul Priest, so I guess he's just gonna play that 17 health Twilight Drake.
Yeah, I mean you have to, right? Because that brand is dead.
Yeah, exactly. That is a big Twilight Drake, and he trades in the brand so that it doesn't just get hero powered off, so he at least gets the damage value out of it, so he can try and set up the Drake to trade in the future turns.
And Tasmine can't heal. Because
So that Drake is going to be able to trade in for sure.
Yeah, and we'll see what it pulls out. That could be a huge factor in this game, depending on if it pulls out Reno. Hold the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvanas,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
good.
Sylvanas is a good one to pull out.
That's a good one.
He can even taunt it up if he wants. Oh my.
Tasmine can double trade into it though to clear his board, so he can prevent Sylvanas from getting any value, but doesn't feel great.
Oh yeah, it feels terrible. What are you talking? I mean, Sylvanas doesn't take anything, but you just traded a 4-drop and your 5-drop into a minion that your opponent got for free.
I was trying to soften the blow, but yeah, you're right. It's actually a terrible feeling.
Yeah. Holy smokes. And to make matters worse, I Kill You is not running out of steam anytime soon, and he's got that Coin Jiraxis coming up eventually. Or even Coin Boom on this turn if he wanted it. Wow.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. That Cabal was not enough to swing the board too much, and this Coin Boom is going to be huge. Tasmine's going to need the Light Bomb. Entomb's not a bad answer, but now what do you entomb?
7/7's gonna kill you. I think you gotta get rid of that one before you die.
But it dies to Light Bomb.
That's true, that's true. Well, the Drake would persist, so I mean... Yeah, he feels like he can take a little bit of 7/7 for a little while, so... He's gonna find that Light Bomb. He feels that it's his only out.
Yeah, because you could have been taking damage from that Drake for a long time if you don't get rid of it now.
Yeah, that's for sure. You may never get rid of it if you don't get rid of it now.
Yeah. Not exactly where he wanted the Boombot to go.
Yeah, Demon Wrath almost fully clears the board. Hellfire could clear the board.
Yeah, Demon Wrath with the Mortal Coil would have been sick. Nope, I didn't luck him into that one.
Yeah. Didn't get the caster's pick.
Looks like he's still going with that Demon Wrath. I'm trying to see if he's going to trade.
Oh, no way. Trade with the face, for sure.
That's what I think. There you go.
Yeah.
It just seemed a little bit awkward to Demon Wrath that and keep the 2-1, but it works out.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah, he just doesn't want both minions to be able to trade into the Bacter Boom, so he just wanted to make sure he cleared something.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. Definitely makes
Holy
sense.
Nova is going to be able to draw Tasmine an extra card here, and then is also going to be able to allow the Zombie Chow to trade in.
Very nice. Very nicely played.
Yeah. And this Hellfire can clean up, though. It's got a lot of options, honestly. It's kind of scary to go like Hellfire and then develop the Imp Gang boss, because if you just do that, then you're just leaving only a 2-powered minion up on the board, and your opponent can Cabal that Imp Gang boss, and you'd be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, that would definitely be a swing play that could give all the momentum back to Priest that you worked so hard to get. But the Priest looks like he's stabilizing, and he can pull it back.
Yeah.
He's got the draw, so if that cleric sticks around, he's not going to be fizzling out too quickly then.
Yeah, I really think IQ should take care of this cleric, because if this cleric is dead, then Tasmine's going to have a hard time just keeping up with the Warlock hero power of life tapping. I mean, just look at the difference in the hand size, really. Just the amount of resources each player has. Yeah, with that cleric gone, how does Tasmine keep up with the Warlock? Oh, you got another cleric.
Oh, with that one. With that one.
Yeah, with the other cleric. There you go.
Obviously.
Stalag can be really fun in this matchup because if your opponent plays Fugan, which a lot of Reno Warlocks do,
true,
you can then play it down after the fact to make the 11-11 able to come out.
Yeah, I like these plays from Tasmine. Pretty solid. There's the Dark Bomb. Dark Bomb. There's the Light Bomb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Emperor Thorsand coming down. Wow, this is actually kind of risky. Tasmine, although it doesn't have too many cards in hand here, he does have the Justicar hero power up, so with like an Alkali and a Flash Heal is really close to being able to kill his opponent, but I guess he would be one off. So I Kill You knows that his opponent would be just barely able to not kill him.
yeah, unless he had double Flash Heals.
Yeah.
Odds are not good.
So we do see the Cleric come down to try and keep drawing cards here, draw a way out of this predicament.
Heals it all the way back up.
Yeah.
Fugan here because you pretty much have to.
Yeah, he's valuing just pushing for lethal rather than killing the Emperor here. So he's hoping his opponent doesn't have Shadow Flame, basically.
Which he does.
Which he does, yes. So, I mean, he made the YOLO play. He's like, I have very little value in my hand. I'm staring down a Warlock that has 10 cards. If I just trade here, I'm going to lose. So he's like, I gotta play all my threats on the table. If he doesn't have Shadow Flame, I win. He only runs one in his deck because he's a Reno lock. Let's do it. And he had it.
Yeah, he's not... He's hovering over some other ones. Maybe it's what he wants to do after Shadow Flame, because that's got to come down, right? You got to go to the face and then Shadow Flame.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out what he wants to Shadow Flame. It looks like he's going to silence the 6/5, so it's a 6/3, and then Shadow Flame the piloted Shredder.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, why the owl? But yeah, that works out. If you're going to... Puts the Shredder in the middle. For all you kids watching at home, you want to put that in the middle of your minions if you can, because of Direwolf Alpha or Flame Tongue Totem could come out of it, which buffs the minions on either side. Probably won't be a factor, but it could be, so you should do it.
So Light Bomb's forced to come out now, and we see 8 damage remaining from I Kill You. So he doesn't have enough to really push for lethal, but he's in such a dominating spot to just control the game, and like... Really, Tasmine's down to his last card because his Northshire clerics each were only able to get maximum 1 card.
Yeah, and both Power Word shields are gone, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be really hard for Tasmine to really put together his burst combo.
Especially with Jaraxxus.
Yeah, especially with Jaraxxus in play. That, making some 6/6s every turn, really put a wrench in your plans.
I hear that's good.
He's going to opt to draw more cards before he goes for the Jaraxxus. Make this Dark Peddler down. I gotta imagine it's Soulfire here. The 1-drops don't feel like they accomplish much, and Soulfire can potentially just kill your opponent.
Sure, absolutely. He gets you the burst over the top. You've already got Jaraxxus with a weapon, the free Dark Bomb, the 1-mana Soulfire. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I like getting this Molten Giant out before you get your Jaraxxus out, because once you play Jaraxxus, the cost of Molten Giant goes up considerably because you set your max life to 15.
Absolutely, yeah, good point. That does scale. It goes off your current maximum life, which, as Firebat said, becomes 15.
Yeah.
Good point.
So, Tasman heals up to 21, and he's facing down 10, 11, 12 damage on the board. And I Kill You can play Jaraxxus for 3, Dark Bomb for 6, Soulfire for 10, and that's 22.
Seems good. Seems like a lot of damage. Just gotta get the sequencing right, save Soulfire for last, so he doesn't accidentally discard one of those. And that's gonna tie the series up again.
Yeah, we're coming down to the wire. The final game is going to be the Paladin from I Kill You against the Priest from Tasmine. So although Tasmine lost this game with the Priest, he still has a favorable matchup going into the final game. So lineup-wise, it worked out for him, and his wonky lineups put him in a position that he's got a slight advantage. But I Kill You has Secret Paladin remaining, and we saw in the previous series that that Tasmine played, his Priest actually fumbled against a Secret Paladin. So
Yeah,
anybody's
good point.
game.
It's, yeah, nothing's for sure. You can have favorable matchups, but sometimes Freeze Mage beats Controller. So
Yeah.
nothing's for sure. Well, he's got Mysterious Challenger. Gonna toss them both back because he doesn't have the coin. Needs some early game presence.
Well, the hand from I Kill You. He's got the Knife Juggler, which can oftentimes be a pretty hard card for Priest to deal with because it lines up so well against their Museum Curators, which are a 1-2, and their Northshire Cleric, which is a 1-3, to just really be able to deny those minions.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately, Tasmine has the coin Deathlord, so that could be nice for him.
Yeah, exactly, to shut down that Knife Juggler before things get too crazy.
Protects
But
the
then-
Cleric.
Yeah, protects the Cleric as well, so he can start drawing all the cards. Once you start drawing cards off that Northshire Cleric, the game is over. So he really needs to try and set up situations where he can draw lots of cards.